begin with Jeff.
Hey, Elyse. How did it feel to get yourself in a situation where you got a start and then also got a goal as far as getting acclimated into the team over the course of like the first quarter of the season?
Yeah, I think it's just been kind of getting acclimated and finding my footing again since the trade. And I feel like I'm kind of in a place now where I'm starting to feel comfortable and starting to feel like myself again out there. So I feel like Laura kind of touched on that last week in terms of me just being myself and doing what I know how to do best. And whatever way I can help the team succeed is what I want to be doing. So it was nice to get that first start in the regular season and to be able to contribute. And I hope to continue doing that.
As an attacking option up front, you have players that provide a lot of different kinds of service. They'll hit the near post, at the far post, set pieces, play. What is it that you're looking at as an attacker when you're up there in that target role, where you're looking for from that kind of service?
Well, I think I'm just looking to exploit spaces and see kind of where we can put the ball. I think that me and Pino were kind of talking as the game sort of went on a couple minutes in, and I felt like that near post ball was on because I was able to run off that back shoulder. So I think that first time ball in behind was going to be dangerous, and we kind of were talking about that. So I was glad that we were able to execute and get that goal. But I think that each game brings different things. So I think that each game is going to be different and the spaces are going to be different. But I think that just finding those spaces and being able to exploit them is something that I'll continue to look to do.
Trying to figure out where to
Thanks, Jeff. And then Susie, go ahead.
Hi, Elyse. This is obviously just the second time as a Reign player. You'll be facing San Diego, but got a chance to face them last year. And I'm just wondering if you could talk about a lot of the previous matches that the Reign have played against San Diego have been pretty tight, and just what makes them particularly hard to break down.
Well, I think San Diego is just a good team, and I think that goes for pretty much any team in this league, honestly. I think that every game is pretty tight, aside from maybe the last game we just played, and you have rare occurrences of like multiple goal games. But I think that in terms of the league in general, I think it's stiff competition across the board. So I think that San Diego provides us a different picture than maybe our last game, but I think that every game is going to present different challenges. So I think it's just that.
And just an unrelated, more fun question, but I saw that you had a chance to post your first blog as a Reign player, and I'm wondering if there are other topics that you're hoping to hit on this year as you continue that.
Yeah, I think I'm slowly starting to get back to YouTube. I think in my trade and just kind of getting settled in Seattle, it was probably the last thing on my list of to-dos, but it's always fun to pick up the camera and kind of show just younger girls and anyone who wants to watch kind of what it's like to live this life. And I feel like it's enjoyable for me, and I get to connect with a variety of different people in the audience. So it's nice to be able to do that. And when I feel able and willing to do so, I love to do that. So I will continue to share what I can when I can.
Thanks, Susie. And then Steven, go ahead.
Hi, Elyse. I want to ask very quick turnaround from the game over the weekend to this game, and then again on the next weekend against Portland. I want to ask, kind of riding the momentum of the high from the win, kind of how your feeling is about the quick turnaround and preparing for the next game and getting so many games in a row, basically, and hoping to kind of build off that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we've kind of been in this position before. I think that we've had these 3-game weeks and we've been able to prepare for them, and we'll do the same thing this week. I do think it's a quick turnaround, but I think that our team is extremely deep, and that's where our roster is just great to have. I feel like we'll be ready for this game on Wednesday, and then after we get to work on Wednesday and hopefully get that win, we'll focus on Saturday. So I think it's just one game at a time.
Thanks, Steven. And then Jeff?
And then looking at Saturday, this is kind of a little bit of a tangent, but you get a chance to go up against former college teammates. So you and fellow Cougs like Morgan are out there now in the league. What's it like to be able to get out there and go up against those players that you went through the college ranks with?
Yeah, I think it's fun. I think it's always fun seeing people that you played with kind of make it to where we're at now and see how much we change and grow over the years. But I think it's always fun to connect, and I usually wait until after the game to do so. But it's always fun seeing familiar faces and catching up. And yeah, it's always go Cougs. So.
Thank you. And go Cougs.
And it looks like that's it for questions. Thank you,
Awesome.
Elyse.
Yeah, thank you.